Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failer. In our last video, we tackled the Mr. Black mission called Waste the Wife. This video is about the third of 5 Mr. Black missions. It's called Autocide. Let's check out the cutscene.
The European gang plans to hit a bank in Vice City. My employees would rather this didn't happen. Each member of the gang has a cover while they are here in Vice City. Some have menial jobs, others are on vacation. Each target and their likely whereabouts are taped under the phone.
So in this mission, we have a 9-minute countdown timer, and we have to kill 6 guys from a European gang. A selection of weapons has been left for you nearby if you require them. You have 9 minutes to kill all members of the gang. Alright, so first I've got my sniper equipped. You can see I have 160 rounds. If I take this sniper instead, I lose all of my rounds and get only 12. What a terrible deal. Okay, and then here in the Uzi, you can see I've got 1259 plus 30. Now I've got 1439 plus 30 still, but I haven't taken the Uzi. Now I can just switch to it. So you get those rounds whether you switch to the weapon or not. But if you have a lot of sniper ammo, don't switch to the sniper here because you end up losing. The first target is Mike Griffin, and the game told us that he was working on an advertising billboard here in Washington Beach. So we'll zoom in with our 12 sniper bullets. Done. Dick Tanner is working for DBP Security in Ocean Drive. Okay, so we're going to head over there. He's in a secure car, and we can either blow him up in the secure car, or if we damage the secure car a bunch, then he'll get out, and then you can take care of him on foot. I haven't done this mission in like a year. I haven't speedrun this game in that much time, and so I kind of forgot what my route was. This ain't it. Let's say that this is super vanilla, because I don't know what I'm doing here. It's been too long. Okay, eventually, oh, look out. Eventually, we get close to Dick Tanner, and so we'll take him out in his secure car, and once you take out one gang member, then the screen tells you where the next gang member is, and it plops the little square or triangle on the map. Don't get too close. He's seen you. Waste him will do. All right, so we'll just get this secure car on fire. He gets out and runs. Check out the guy on the Faggio, on fire, full speed, flying through the air. All right, let's take this guy out. Marcus Hammond and Franco Carter are located near the jewelry shop in Vice Point. We know where that is. That's where we were starting the mission Waste the Wife in the last video. Okay, so in this case, we got to take out 2 guys. At the moment, they're both in a Bobcat, and if you blow up the Bobcat before they see you, then you kill them both in one fell swoop. But if they see you, then the guy in the passenger seat gets out, and the guy in the driver's seat starts driving away, and so you might end up with some kind of a chase. And let's see, here we go. I've got my shotgun ready. Don't get too close, and they may spot you. They've seen you. Make sure you waste them both. All right, so he's going to drive off, and oh, he's going to come back. All right, there he goes, and then we're done there. Nick Kong is cruising off Washington Beach. Where's my motorcycle? All right, we'll take this police car, which was donated very generously by the police officer. I felt like this guy right here was on the team of the police. Like, what is he doing? He almost trapped me, got me busted. Okay, so when it said Nick Kong was cruising, they literally mean, like, so sometimes cruising just means like going out for a drive just for fun, right? But in this case, it means like cruising like a sea cruise. So he is out in the water on a ship, and we need to take him out. And again, we'll use the sniper rifle once we get there. And I was not sure where I should go for my vanilla attempt, because when I speedrun this, I go to a spot that's really far away where you could barely reach this guy, but I don't think that's exactly where you're supposed to shoot him from, because it barely reaches, and sometimes it takes like 2, 3, 4 sniper bullets to hit him. Not just to hit him, but to make him die. But here, I think we can jump over this just barely, and then I getting close here, so I don't want to fall all the way down, because then it's hard to get back up. There he is. Okay, so we zoom in, and Nick Kong, see ya. Charlie Dilson is riding in Washington. So the first task is to get out of here. Again, this is my vanilla attempt, and I've never done this route before, and so I'm trying to like jump over a fence that's like as tall as Tommy is. Ridiculous. Eventually, I make my way over here, and I think maybe I can hop over this thing to my right, this little fence here. Oh, there's a police officer right next to me. Didn't know that. Okay, so the last guy we need to kill, they got plenty of time, 5 minutes left, is on a PCJ. And so, again, if you get close to him, he starts driving away, and then you get a chase. And in every one of my speedrun attempts, there's always a chase. I always wake him up. But later in this video, I'm going to try a challenge where I don't wake him up. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so you can see he's way far south. almost to the southern tip of the island, and he's not moving yet, but when you get close enough, where is he? Is he moving now? It's off to the right. Yep, he's seen you. Waste him. Okay, so then we'll just do this chase. Now, I ended up in a police car. I would much rather have had that PCJ that was given to you in this mission. And I mentioned this in a previous video, how like a lot of people love the police car in terms of a vehicle to drive, like its handling and everything. And I just struggle mightily with this thing. Like if I approach anything near top speed on the police car, I just lose control. Like I go up on two wheels and then I have to like turn the opposite direction to save the thing from flipping over. And in one of my previous videos, I asked folks, I said, hey, like, is it just me or does the police car suck? So, somebody commented, he said, no, the police car is awesome. You just can't drive, which might be true, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, should I be doing like handbrake turns all the time? But like, look, I'm just out of control all the time. Like this is a ridiculously long chase because I'm in the police car. And so I don't know, somebody give me some tips. Like, what am I doing wrong in terms of driving this police car? I feel like I have to baby it. I can't go anywhere near top speed without risk of just getting up on two wheels and maybe flipping over or spinning out or whatever. Oh, good. All right, so he finally decided to crash into a car. That's exactly the break I needed. Mission passed, $4,000, and gimme, gimme, gimme. Moving on to fail states and quirks, there's exactly one fail state for this mission besides the usual dying or getting busted, and that's to let time run out. So I am going to let time run out in this particular attempt, but before I do, I just decided to chase this secure car, see if it was going any place in particular or if it was just kind of out on a random walk. So I'm going to cut most of this. Nothing interesting happened. I'm still chasing it. I decided I was done chasing it and just pulled over here to see if maybe I could fail for letting the secure car get too far away, even though that's not listed as a fail state on the wiki. But I didn't, and it just kind of like did loops all around near where I was, past me again. And eventually we'll cut this thing, and very close to the end of the 9-minute timer now. And I've never seen the secure car or any of the vehicles from this mission over on the Western Island, but here we are eventually. They might make it over here. And I'll show you the fail state, but I also just wanted to show you if anything happens with that secure car. Like, does it disappear or does it explode when the countdown ends? And the answer is no. It doesn't do anything interesting other than making this turn on the grass, which I don't know that I've seen NPC vehicles do before. Okay, so we failed to kill the gang members in time, and then the secure car continues to break the law as it drives, and it didn't have a particular destination in mind. In this next clip, I'll demonstrate that you can kill the billboard guy with any number of guns. You don't need a sniper. So here's an Uzi round, and it's good enough. Now I'm going to type in Big Bang, which blows up all vehicles, including the secure car. Dick Tanner is in, so that takes care of him. Marcus Hammond and Franco Carter are both in a Bobcat. Big Bang takes care of them. Nick Kong is in a boat. Actually, I think Big Bang would take care of Nick Kong as well, but I got different plans for Nick. We're going to get up close and personal with this guy. So he's like posing as a tourist, right? Because he's supposed to be in like a European gang, but he's got the camera there. He's really into his role. And here I'm standing like a foot above the boat. You see that, right? Like I'm taller than Nick by a foot because I'm just kind of floating up here. Now listen, I'm going to punch and he's not going to respond physically, but you're going to hear the punches land as I kill this guy.
You want more?
I guess the Rockstar programmers didn't expect you to get into hand-to-hand combat with this guy, so they didn't bother programming that in. I'm going to type Big Bang one last time, take care of Charlie Dilson on his PCJ. Oh, that also blew up my boat. I did not think that through. No problem. I'm just going to get to higher ground and call for help. Just for kicks, I decided to see if I could take out all of these gang members with the rockets from the Hunter. In the meantime, I'll read a tiny bit from the trivia section of the wiki. It says the European gangsters in this mission have names referencing characters from rival sandbox games. So the first guy, the one on the billboard, his name in this game is Mike Griffin, and the wiki says that Mike Griffin is probably a reference to the main protagonist of the game, Mace Griffin, bounty hunter. Next, we need to take out Dick Tanner from the wiki. His last name matches that of John Tanner, the protagonist of the Driver series, whose games are often called GTA clones. In retaliation, the creators of Driver 3 decided to create the fictional character Timmy Vermicelli in Driver 3, a nod to Tommy Vercetti. Dick Tanner's name is also adult humor on Rockstar's part, as Dick Tanner can refer to somebody who creates leather penises or someone who applies suntan lotion to their genitalia. What the hell am I reading? There's a PS2 game called The Getaway, which is very similar to the GTA games, and in that game there are characters called Mark Hammond and Frank Carter, And right now we are on our way to the Bobcat to kill Marcus Hammond and Franco Carter. Not very much of a leap to go from Marcus Hammond in this game to Mark Hammond in The Getaway, or Franco Carter in this game to Frank Carter in The Getaway. Now we're headed over to see Nick Kong, and his name is a reference to the character Nick Kang from the game True Crime Streets of LA. And our last target is Charlie Dilson, whose name is very similar to another character from that PS2 game called The Getaway that we talked about earlier. The character in that game is called Charlie Jolson, and here in this game, Charlie Dilson. Now we get to my challenge for this mission, which I decided to do at night just to change things up. And that is to do the entire mission, all of the kills with a tank. So I use the Panzer cheat code, tank acquired. Most of the kills are straightforward with the tank, but there are two that are tricky. So if you're interested in trying to do a little problem solving, see if you can think about how I could kill the guy up on the billboard with the tank. Pause the video here and brainstorm if you'd like. So if you're still here, you can probably see where I'm going with this. Off video, I grabbed a packer from the other island and put it right over here, blew it up, and if I can just get a little bit higher on this packer, then I can get my tank turret elevated up enough to be able to reach that billboard. And it took several attempts. I'm not showing you all my fails. Come on, is that enough? Come on, there it is. So let's go ahead and skip ahead to where we're close to Dick Tanner and his security and his secure car. Here he is. Oh no, he's seen me. Boom. All right, easy enough. Next up, we'll skip ahead to the Bobcat. I think we're going to grab a bribe star to bring our wanted level down from 2 to 1. And get this tank turret pointed forward towards that Bobcat and both of the occupants. Bam. Okay, Nick Kong is the other difficult kill. So here's another opportunity for you to do some problem solving if you'd like to. See if you can figure out how you would use a tank to hit that boat way out in the sea with some ammo from the tank turret. Pause the video here and see if you can find a way. All right, so if you're still here, I'm going to show you what I intended to do, but this is obviously a different clip. It's the middle of the day. But what I intended to do didn't actually happen in my final pass of my challenge. So what I intended to do was to come up here and try to clear the kind of white concrete fence that's surrounding this pool. And I'm going to use the flower box that's surrounding this last palm tree and then a little bit of ammo, bam, just to give me a tiny bit of height. That's what I intended to do, was to clear this and then get down to this lowest level of grass. And even shooting from here, I think that my tank turret is pointed too high. I think that my bullets or whatever would go right above the boat that that this guy is in. But there's this little grassy area which allows me to point my tank turret at an angle, pointing down right at the boat. And so that's what I intended to do. So here we're back to my regular official challenge attempt. And you're going to see that I fail at doing what I intended to do and somehow pass anyway. I did try a couple of other spots before I came up with this strategy of trying to launch off of the, kind of flower box thing here with this last palm tree. I don't know why I wasn't prepared to use the tank turret. I needed to do it here while I was angled up just a tiny bit. I did it too early and too late. Didn't make any sense. So then I slowly do this 360-degree turn of shame, trying to go all the way back around the pool and try it again. But with my tank turret roughly pointed in the direction of the boat, but way too high, somehow I get the kill. I don't understand how that worked. I was just dumbfounded here. I was like, what do I do? Do I start over? So anyway, I did try a few different locations, but every place that I found, the tank turret was just pointed too high. It was always missing Nick Kong's boat, just too high. So I was happy to find that grassy area with the downhill, and happy to find a way to get the tank over there. Normally when I pass my challenge, that's the last attempt you see in my videos, but I got to do one more attempt here. And in this attempt, I'm going to show you my speedrunning route. It's not necessarily the fastest one, but it's just the one that I was using when I was speedrunning the game. But the reason I want to do one more attempt at this is that I want to collect all the unique vehicles in the game that are reasonable. And there are, in this mission, not one, not two, but 3 uniquely colored vehicles. So we're going to grab them all And I'll show you the speedrunning route, but I'm going to have to make lots of detours to throw these vehicles into my garages. So the first kill is just ordinary, and then when I speedrun, I think I take this right here by the corkscrew and head out onto this main road before making a left on the next main road. And I think I'm going to wipe out here because I'm bad at the game, but if you don't wipe out, there's a particular corner I like to stand on, which is within view of being able to snipe Dick Tanner, but not so close that he starts driving away. I don't want him to start driving away. It's just this corner in front of me here, and there's a little lag. I'm going to shoot him, and then you'll see the door open. That means that he died. The secure car door is going to open right there. It means he's dead, but you don't get the message for another couple of seconds. So you just assume he's gonna die as soon as that door opens, and then we drive off to the next place. And I'm going to cut this drive. It's like the ordinary drive, but I'm going to take a detour to store this uniquely colored PCJ. This garage already contains an all-proof Admiral. Well, we can sneak a second vehicle in here by doing the usual thing. And yeah, this silver color is not obtainable on a PCJ in any pay and spray, and you won't see that silver color on any PCJ out in the wild. So there we go, uniquely colored PCJ acquired. So here's the corner I go for to take out the guys in the Bobcat. Note that you got to shoot them separately. There's the driver and then the passenger coming next. The passenger's going to like stand there out of the vehicle without a head. It's kind of gruesome, actually. Check this out. He's like standing up and then he's like, oh, yeah, I'm dead now. All right, so this Bobcat right here is a unique color. It's so awesome. Look how nice this color is. So I'll read the description of the color from the wiki. It says it's a unique jet black and pink/red. And again, in this particular color of a Bobcat is not obtainable in a pay and spray, and it's also not a color you'll see on any Bobcat out in the wild. So I'll try to give you a good look at it. The lighting wasn't great, even though it's like, noon in the game. But anyway, we're going to take Lance's uniquely colored white and furnace out, and then we'll put our Bobcat in. And again, I think this is a really nice color, this one right here. I didn't realize it was a unique color until I read this thing in the wiki for this mission, and I said, I have to have it. So it just seems kind of dark. Like I said, the lighting isn't great at the moment, but we'll throw it into the garage and call it ours. And coming back to that corner that I was standing on to do the kill for the two guys in the Bobcat, again, it's got that, oh, look at how shiny that is. It's got the property that you can see, the two guys in the Bobcat with the sniper rifle from that corner, but you're not so close that the guy starts driving away, which would result in a car chase and a time loss if you're playing the game for speed. Okay, Nick Kong, here's where I go to shoot this guy, and it's really far away. It's kind of at the outer edge of how far the sniper bullets can reach, but it works. Sometimes it takes like 2 or 3. I actually was like looking around. I was like, where's my red dot? I thought I usually had a red dot. Maybe I usually have a different sniper. Yeah, I think I'm not using the sniper that the mission gives you in this one. And I actually don't even think I sniped him. It looked like I blew up the boat. All right, good enough. Okay, and then the last kill we need to do is the guy on the PCJ in the far south, so let's skip down there. And I didn't realize that guy was going to make a U-turn. I think he's got a couple of different paths he could follow. If I had been prepared for the U-turn, I could have done a drive-by right then and there, but it's not that far of a chase as long as you have a good vehicle and not the crummy police car that we won't talk about anymore. Yeah, so I always do a drive-by on this guy, and then I'm going to grab the third uniquely colored vehicle in the game. Check out this beautiful blue and black combination. Oh, that is just gorgeous. So the wiki calls this cobalt blue. In any event, it is a color that, again, cannot be obtained when you take a PCJ into a paint spray, and it's not a color you will ever see on a PCJ out in the wild. So we're just going to throw this into a garage and call the third unique vehicle ours. Oh, look how nice the blue PCJ and the pinkish red Bobcat look right next to each other. Fabulous. Okay, all that's left to do in this video is head to the next phone mission location, which is actually inside of the airport terminal. And I'll skip most of the drive over there, and then we'll take that phone call. I'll read one thing here from the wiki about autocide. It says, this mission is similar to a mission in GTA 5 called the multi-target assassination, where the player receives the mission via a payphone and needs to eliminate multiple targets within a time limit of 9 minutes. Certain targets from this mission are similar to the GTA 5 one.
Get to the payphone at the airport terminal.
In the GTA 5 one of the targets is on a boat in the middle of the sea, another one is on a high platform doing some cleaning, and another one is on a motorbike. So indeed, autocide and this mission in GTA 5 sound like they have a lot in common. That's going to wrap it up for the mission autocide. If you have any memories of this mission that you'd like to share, go ahead and throw them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.